Well, a rare meeting conducted at Club Menangle on a Friday night has given Peter Hedges, the Maitland-based trainer driver, the opportunity to have a rare drive at headquarters, and I caught up with Peter following his commitment in the third event. Well, Pete, first of all, before we start talking about your career, how's the weather been in that Maitland-Newcastle region?
Not the best with all the rain they've had up home. In one way, I've been lucky because I've been down Bathurst with a 2-year-old for the Crown Series. So, but me father's been at home working one up there, and yeah, they've had it pretty tough up there at the moment. Not as bad as up further north, but yeah, it's not great. It's pretty wet.
Yeah, it certainly is pretty wet. That's an understatement, Pete. But as far as your involvement in harness racing, where did all that begin?
Started off with my father and also my grandfather. My grandfather and my dad trained at Maitland Showground for years, and you know, with the Osborns and all the famous names from up the Hunter Valley way. So, you know, he was always had a few in work at the showground with his father. And then I got into the mini trots pretty early when I was young, around 7-year-old, and it's just gone on from there. So, yeah, moved on to driving and training.
Yeah, it seems to be a very important step between being into the professional ranks, that mini trotters. It's very much an important road to the success in the bigger time.
Yeah, I think so. Just the basics of horse care in a way, you know, just learning to feed a horse right and just things like that. You learn a lot from there, and even still to this day, you still learn things off people. You just hear people talk, or you stay in somewhere where there's someone that trains, and you just pick up little things off all different people. So I don't think you ever stop learning in any case in this game. As
I mentioned in the intro, Pete, a very rare visit to Menangle. You have enjoyed success here from around about 30 drives.
Yeah. Probably me closest real nice win was I run second in the Sapling Stakes a couple of years ago on a 2-year-old drove for a lady up home, Stacey Harmey, that had it at the time. But other than that, I've only drove the one winner here. Probably had a little bit better success at Harold Park when it was open, but it's very hard here to get a horse to win, so they're very quick. So we try and go north unless we've got one that's going really good to come here.
But you're very popular as far as being a freelance driver is concerned, but you also train a few?
Yeah. I'm not driving probably as many as what I used to. Over the years, I've drove for a few different stables that have slowly cut back or, you know, got out of the game. But yeah, I'm moving more into training, and I've picked up a few different owners along the way, and it's going good. So, and I enjoy it. So yeah, there's nothing better than training to win, especially if you drive it. But yeah, train to win, you've done all the work all week to get it to where it is. So it's very rewarding.
And despite trying to build up a nice little team, you're also working full time.
Yeah. I'm lucky in that retrospect. The work that I work for, I've been there for a long time, so they're very lenient towards me. As long as I make up my hours, I can get away to meetings and duck off early if I've got something on with the horses. So, and also my father helps me out in that retrospect. He'll work some in the morning, or if I'm working back, he'll have them ready, so when I get there we can hobble a couple together. So it works in good.
And what type of work are you involved in? You better give the boss a mention.
Yeah, I work at Valley Kitchens actually up at Thornton, and yeah, I've been there for 21 years this year. I left school and went there, and terrific people to work for, a great company, and yeah, I'm moved into the drafting side of things now, so I you know, do the quoting and the production of kitchens now, but I've done my trade all through there, and yeah, qualified shop fitter detail joiner. So yeah, no, they've been great people to work for.
Well, one track you certainly do have a lot of success with is Tamworth.
Yeah, probably not as much lately, but I don't get up there as much, but I've had a lot of success up there with the trainer I used to train for up there. I drive up there, Kenny Natty, and also taking my own up that just that, you know, a little bit easier sort of grading up there for especially your higher class horses. But yeah, lately I've been focusing more on Newcastle, just harder to get away with, especially ones you train. It's a full day if you take horses you train up there, but yeah, I have good success there.
And what horses would you rate up there that have given you the most pleasure in harness racing?
It's hard to say. I've had just a couple of handy ones I've trained and drove there the last few years, like I'm St Anthony, I'm Major Harry, just very bread and butter horses, but we've owned ourselves in syndicates that are family friends or family. They've both won, you know, 10 races each, you know. And going back when I was driving early on, I drove some real nice ones for like Charlie Camilleri. She drove a horse called Takara Statue, was a real nice horse. He gave me my first Harold Park winner. Another good horse, Forest Victor, Noel Mexamad years ago. He had a great old breed, which the horse I drove tonight was related to, and you know, he was as good as anything when he was right. So, and then Les Coslin had some nice horses when I had a junior claim back when I was driving. Lockerbie comes to mind. He was a real nice horse. He used to get horses that were really top level horses that had broken down, and he'd work them on the beach, and yeah, horses like that. You know, they really had the ability, and when they were right on the night, when their legs were right, you know, Les could really get them to go good. So yeah, so I haven't drove any champions, but some real nice ones along the way.
Well, that certainly helps pay the bill when you can do those. Well, Pete, it's been great to catch up with you. Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, no, that's right, Mick. I haven't really ever met you, but I always used to read your column in the Trot Guide every week. The old Bible you used to buy every week. So good to finally put a face to write-ups you used to do. So thanks for the interview.
So you're the one. Thanks very much, Pete.
Thank you.